welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to give you a little bit more background on what the favorite list is, why I wanted to start it, and my philosophy on life, pretty much. First off, what is the favorite list? The favorite list is a concept of how to simplify your life and pretty much just live your best life. How to be your best self. It's a guide on how to fill your life with things that are your favorite and also make the things that aren't really your favorite more enjoyable. Overall, the point is that you should only have things in your life that are truly bringing you joy and really bringing fulfillment to your life, and cutting out things that aren't bringing you joy. Because everything in your life should be your favorite. Favorite food, favorite people, favorite places to go, favorite use of your space and your home, your office. You should be absolutely in love with your body, your mind, and your soul, and the space that you fill. And surround yourself with only people, things, and ideologies that make you happy. Your life shouldn't feel cluttered. Now I want to go through the steps on how you can make everything in your life your favorite. There's 5 steps. Think, write, observe, analyze, and optimize. Step number 1, take an inventory on your life. Grab a notebook, a cup of coffee, sit down and start to think about the people in your life, the things in your life, the potential clutter you have in your life. How do those people talk? Do they talk about people? Do they talk about things? Or do they talk about ideas? How to make themselves better? Ideas, philosophy, all that. How do you talk about people, things, and ideas? Really start to think about what's going on. What are you putting out there in the world? I just recently started getting into the law of attraction, and I'm brand new with that. I've been familiar with it for years. Other friends have embodied it and studied it, and I always hear people saying, ask, believe, receive. So I'm just starting to kind of take inventory on my life, and I'm really getting into the thought processes that I've had, and actually how negative I've talked to myself for years. And when I look back and I think how unhappy I've been, it's like, no shit, you've been unhappy. You've been talking shit to yourself for the past 5 years. So I'll get into more of this later as I kind of go along in my own kind of journey. It's really important that you sit down and you think about who's in your life, how do they talk, how do you talk, what kind of people are you surrounding yourself with, and are they bringing you joy, happiness? Maybe they're hilarious, maybe they're always getting into shenanigans, maybe they're really determined on their own personal growth and their own personal development. And the things that you have, maybe your house is filled with shit, and think about, is this shit really making me happy? The last apartment that I had in San Diego was my absolute favorite apartment that I had. It was 236 square feet. It was a garage unit, so I was above a single car garage, and it was tiny, and I wanted a tiny house. I wanted a tiny little apartment. It was a studio, but I had windows on 3 walls, and it had so much natural light, and I could see pretty much all of my stuff. There was nowhere, for things to hide. But it also meant that I had to have less stuff, and I had to purge, a bunch of things that I had been carrying around for years. And I moved a couple times in San Diego, and I would move one pile of shit from one apartment to another apartment, and I would just keep carrying it with me. And when I scaled down to my apartment in San Diego, which, by the way, I could see the ocean from it, so the $1,200 in rent was 100% justified. But I had to get rid of all my stuff, and it was so liberating to have less stuff and kind of pare down to what are the things that I really want to keep in my life. What books do I want to keep? Do I need DVDs anymore? No, those can go, those can get donated. Clothing that I had intentions of repairing and sewing and didn't get to for 5 years needs to go. And ideologies too. So what do you think about the world? What do you think about your place in the world and where you want to go and what you want to do? Have an idea of where you are right now. So far, right now. What do you think about things? Step number 2, write down all the things that make you happy. This is a spitball exercise, so rapid fire, just write down as many things as you can think of in a couple of minutes that make you happy. Puppies, snowboarding, sunshine, travel, yoga, exercise, cake, baking, a new pair of shoes, a perfect outfit, good hair days, my friends, family, fulfillment in a job, writing, the ocean, HGTV, going out, brunch, tacos. What else makes me happy? Making people laugh, smiling, telling jokes, being weird. Yeah. Fill the whole page as quickly as you can with all the things that you can think of that make you happy or bring you joy. Step number 3, look at the list and see what kind of trends there are. What kinds of things kind of go together? If you wrote down running and exercise and weightlifting, kind of sense a theme there. If you wrote down cake and tacos and cooking and baking, then, you know, there's a theme there. Maybe the things you wrote down are exercise related. Maybe the things you wrote down are food related. Once you take a step back and kind of look at all those things that you wrote down, and after you kind of have a couple of ideas of what kinds of things go together, flip the page over, turn the page, and write down those categories. Food, exercise, general travel, general categories. Step number 4, analyze. Think about how many of these things are actually already a part of your life now. If the answer is not many or not enough, it's time to start thinking about how you can work towards putting more of the things that make you happy in your life. Step number 5, optimize. Look for quick wins. Think about who is in your life, and if there are people that bring you down or emotionally abuse or emotionally harass you, they probably don't deserve space in your life. And that's kind of mean in a sense, but realistically, you shouldn't have to have people in your life who are being hurtful, who are rude to you or to other people, or just cultivate negative energy. Nobody got time for that. So it may be time to start inching away from those people in your life. That may be people in your circle of friends. That may be family members who maybe are too aggressive or assertive or judgy, I guess, in your life. Find ways to spend less time around them. I really love the saying that you become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. I think that is so true. And the people it's so true too. When you were a kid and your mom would be like, your parents would be like, don't hang out with that person, don't hang out with that kid, they're bad news, they're trouble. Mom was always right. So as a 28-year-old adult, it finally makes sense. And these are easy steps to take. It's easy to politely decline to hang out with someone if they're constantly gossiping, talking about other people, criticizing you for things. It's easy to take steps to have other plans. Finding new friends as an adult isn't easy, and being in a new city in Cleveland, I'll talk more about this in future videos. Moving to San Diego, it seemed like it was pretty easy because San Diego is a transplant city and it's full of people who are young adults who are looking for new friends, and there's a lot of fun stuff to do. beach volleyball, kickball, the bar scene, all those fun things, just going to the beach. I miss it. And it's not just people in your life, it's the things too. Maybe you have a heap of magazines that you've been hanging on to since 2014, and you have the intention of reading Clean Eating Magazine or Self and going through the articles and reading all that stuff. No, pitch it, get rid of it, recycle it. If it's not serving a purpose in your life, get rid of it. Go through your sock drawer, your underwear drawer, anything that is like time to go, get rid of it. It doesn't need to be there. If you're not the type who's capable of just purging, take a box, take a storage bin, and go through your closet of clothes that you're like on the fence about. You're not sure if you're gonna wanna, you're not sure if maybe it's a piece of clothing that is too small or is too big, or just, I don't know. It's too big, get rid of it. If it's something that's too small and you're hoping to work out and get a body that will fit back into the clothes that you used to fit into, put them in a box somewhere. Don't have them hanging up in your closet. Don't even put them in a drawer. Put them somewhere out of sight, out of where your clothes belong. Simplify, pare down to what's really important and what's really serving purpose in your life. Another quick win is to clean. Sometimes just the accumulation of dust and clutter needs to go, and that's infiltrating your space, and you don't need that kind of junk in your life. It's amazing that like the effects of cleaning baseboards can have on your life. It's one of those things that you, unless you're a neat freak, which I am not, but I am aspiring to be, so according to the law of attraction, I'm telling myself that I'm a neat freak. Get rid of that layer of dust. Nobody needs that. And you'll just feel so much better. Wipe down your bathroom counters daily. These are all simple little things, quick wins that you can achieve and attain in a matter of minutes. But they have huge impact on your life. So do it. Those are my 5 steps to getting started with the favorite list. What I intend to bring to this channel is a little bit of how-tos, a little bit of inspiration. I may do some vlogging, take you on my life journey, kind of setting the tone for this channel. I know I'm kind of quirky. I've known this my whole life. So I want this channel to be, did an exercise yesterday and I wrote down I came down to like 3 adjectives that describe the favorite list and what I want to create in the favorite list. And it's smart, playful, and inspiring. So that's what I hope to share with you. That's what I hope to embody in this channel and bring forth and spread with the world via YouTube. Next week I'm going to be talking about the clean eating challenge that I started this week. For 30 days, I'm going to be eating clean foods and meal prepping and meal planning for the whole 4 weeks or so. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, be sure to check back for that video. And if you like this video, hit that like button. If you have ideas or want to share anything with me, please comment. And if you want to follow me on my journey, hit that subscribe button. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week.